Hi there, welcome to another Parker Adams boat sales video walkthrough tour. I'm standing on today a monster of a Fairline Targa. This is a Fairline Targa 52. It's a 2002 boat and it has enjoyed an incredible number of upgrades over the last 5 years. And if you want a little bit of a laugh, watch the YouTube video that Jonathan and I did on this boat 5 years ago. I'm definitely a lot slimmer, but it's quite an entertaining one. It's we've changed our style of walkthrough tour since then. I think we're probably a little bit more relaxed and natural now. But there is an old walkthrough tour on the boat, but the owner who bought this boat in year 2000 has done an incredible number of upgrades. And I have to say, I'm quite shocked. I've just jumped on board this boat for the first time in 5 years. I'd forgotten how big and spacious these Targa 52s are. They are impressive. Down below, it is absolutely stunning and it's sumptuous. This boat's powered by twin Volvo Penta D12 715 horsepower, which give amazing performance, and this boat feels special and it is special. So I'm looking forward to showing you this. I will not be able to cover all the different upgrades and things that has been done to this boat since the owners bought it, but I'll do my very best to feature the highlights, have a look at the full specifications that we listed in the adverts. It's a special boat and it's not one to be missed. Coming up next. Right, so the first thing you'll notice about this Targa 52 is it is the sportiest of all Targa 52s because it has got a soft top. So some of the Targa 52s have the hard top. This one offers a significant saving from those hard top Targa 52s, and you still end up with the most epic amount of space. In terms of the way the boat is presented, as soon as you walk down the pontoon, we're here in Chichester Marine at the moment, it's on the hammerhead here, and it immediately strikes you this boat is presented beautifully and clearly owned by someone who absolutely adores her. The blue hull on the Fairlines is in excellent condition. It's really thick gel coat on these and it buffs up beautifully. The boat's only been back in the water a short amount of time from the winter, and you can see that it's had a lot of winter maintenance done to it and it looks really special. They're big boats, these. It's funny, from a distance, it's actually quite hard to tell the Targa 47 from the Targa 52, but when you're up close, it really is a big boat. And it's interesting because I've got a Targa 44. I don't think there's a huge amount of space difference between the Targa 44 and the 47, but when you step on this boat from a Targa 44, it's completely different. It feels enormous. In terms of the profile of the boat, it's a very classic Fairline Targa. It's not too high, but it's a decent height. You wouldn't want to be jumping off there. But it's got little touches, like you've now got this additional set of cleats. So for spring lines, you've got 2 sets of spring cleats, which makes mooring up and keeping everything just nice and tight in a blowy situation nice and easy. As you work your way forward, you can see it's got a real presence about it, and the boat just feels like it goes on forever and ever. We'll go up onto the deck now, but I just wanted to show you this expansive boat. And if you follow me all the way back down here, you can see you keep walking for quite a long time until you get to the transom, which is very easy to get on board. You may just about be able to start to see them glowing down there. It's underwater lights. It's quite interesting, this walkthrough tour. So we were originally going to be doing this walkthrough tour during the afternoon. I've got tied up on viewings and it's been one of those days today. But actually the video that Jonathan and I did on this boat was also in the evening. So history does repeat itself. So you step on board here, the underwater lights are under there. It's a nice shade of blue. It's easy to step on board these, and the guardrails run all the way around to the back. So you nice and safe, easy place to step on board. The stern here has also been wrapped. So I believe it was Generation Graphics wrapped these just last year, and it looks very smart. The swim platform has had its teak replaced. That was replaced, I believe it was 2 years ago, and it blends in really nicely with the original, and it was replaced with real teak. There is a garage. I'll open that up a little bit later, but it's nice and spacious around the bathing platform. You can easily get onto both sides, and then you've got more of a walkway round to the top. But it's when you're standing at the back here looking forward into the cockpit that you realise just how big this boat is. So if you jump on, and I just want to start off by follow me down the side decks here. You've got a good walk round here. You can see you've got space here for, I would say, 4 people to sunbathe on the back, 2 distinct sunbathing areas, one on the left, one on the right hand side. But as you walk around here, it's typical Fairline. They've thought about these things. You know where the handholds are, so it's easy to walk around, and you can walk around all the way around here nice and safely. Big wide walkways bring you onto this, what can only be described as an expansive bow area. The sun pad cushions on the front here All of the upholstery, it's Silvertex upholstery. It was replaced just a couple of years ago. The whole cockpit was replaced, and this sunpad cushion was all new as well. You've got cup holders down here. This is a boat that is really designed to be enjoyed, the sun shining, and you're out with your friends. So up here, when the boat's going along, you've got grab handles all the way along. So if you were to be up at the front when the boat's moving, then you've got good handholds as well. Big opening here to the front cabin, and then another amount of space, light coming through into the main saloon area there. Anchor windlass controls. The anchor is actually nestled right down inside the bow area, so you can't see it from the top. I promise you it is down there, but you've got foot controls there for the windlass as well, and it just feels expansive. So if you follow me back round again, go back round this way. Underneath here, if you just, these spaces to lift up these, so underneath there, you can see the space for fenders. Do a little bit of a clean, we'll give that a little wash through, but there's fender space covered up inside there and also underneath that one. So space for 4 fenders to be covered up beautifully. Nice, easy access all the way around. And that brings you into the cockpit space. The longer we go with this walkthrough tour, the more likely you are to see the underwater lights. You might see a little bit of glow down there. But that brings you into the cockpit, and the cockpit is beautiful. It's been reupholstered really nicely. The Silvertex, it's sort of a golden beigey colour, complements the teak really nicely. This table here it's a high gloss finish on there, so it's all been varnished. But it feels so premium. And I love what the owners have done to this boat, because they've got lots of soft furnishings around and they've really softened this boat beautifully. You've got lovely features under here. You have a wet bar. So you've got a hot and cold running water, wet bar there. You've got storage space underneath. So huge amounts of space here just to put things. And then there's another one under here, and that hides in there an ice maker. So ice maker is just inside there. It's been running earlier on today. Engine access is excellent. It's at the back, and I'll show you that a little bit later, but I'll keep working my way forward. What I like about the cockpit space on the 52 is there's loads of different areas. You've got your sunpad area at the back. You've got a space there, for 7, 8 people to sit round in this area. Then you keep going forward. You've got space for another 3 or 4 people here, and then a huge double helm position here. All of the navigation has been upgraded on this boat, so it really has been pretty much a no expense spared upgrade process on this boat since the current owner bought her. And it's really nice to see, as everyone knows, love the Raymarine kit. Full Raymarine, it's a 12-inch Pro plotter on there, so really nice, fast and responsive. You've got an i70, you've got a P70 autopilot that's been replaced, Icon VHF, Fusion radio. Now, I do question slightly whether it should have been mounted that way. I've not seen a Fusion mounted that way before, but it works really nicely with the rest of the navigation upgrades, but you would have to tilt your head to read it. The Fairline wheel has been upgraded, so it's got that latest generation Fairline wheel. Although it's a 2002 boat, the D12s came out around about 2001, 2012. So you have full EDC controls, which makes the boat feel nice and modern and fresh. You've got a bow thruster on here, full EDC controls as I mentioned. Everything's nice and easy to hand, and it just feels like it's a beast of a boat that it would be actually pretty easy to handle. It's on shaft drives, so it'll spin in its own length. You've got bolsters here, so you can sit down here. You've got armrests. You do serious distance on this boat. Bomb down to, everyone knows what I'm about to say, bomb down to Dartmouth, easy, effortless. We just did a run this week. Please watch out for that YouTube video. It's coming very soon. We went from Cardiff all the way round to the Hamble. That was an epic trip. And a boat like this, that would munch the miles for that as well. So it's a really comfortable cruising position, and yeah, it'd be effortless cruising around the Solent and much further afield. But for me, the star of the show is downstairs. The amount of space you get down here is phenomenal. So if I go down here, and then if you can follow on, got my son on camera duty today, thank you Daniel. So if you come down here and get that first impression of space down here, this is like a ballroom. There is so much space down here. And this is where this boat really comes into its own, because it's completely different from the Targa 47 or the 44, because it just feels expansive. The owner has upgraded lots of LED lighting down here. I'm a massive fan of the LED lights on the top of cupboards. It makes it feel so premium. There's lots of linings that have been replaced in here. And I love this countertop that wraps all the way around here, so your galley area feels really inclusive and wrapped. And then you have a television just down there. So if you come downstairs, you can just get a feeling for how spacious this is. You've got, in fact, just notice, you've got a television down there, but you've also got a television up here. You've got a big, I would say that's a 55 inch television on the wall there, and another one just down there. This is a Fairline of the age where it was all creams, high gloss cherry and high quality Fairline build quality, and this boat really does epitomise that. The quality of the woodwork in here is exceptional. It's presented very, very well, and it's a 3 cabin layout. So again, different from that Targa 47, you get the extra cabin in here. And so let's have a look. Let's have a look down in this one first of all. LED subtle lighting throughout. If we go down into this space here, you've got 2 really good sized single beds. Woodwork, as I mentioned, is presented very nicely. All of this has been reupholstered in recent years, and all the linings are tight. It just feels lovely. You've got storage space all the way up on the lockers up here. You've got large cupboards in this space. Nice blue under LED lighting down there. You keep heading that way. On this side, you then have pretty much the same again. You've got slightly more headroom height in this one, so you can walk into this one, go round the corner. This has all been reupholstered all around the backs. The sides have been reupholstered. The linings are nice and tight. You've got blinds here instead of curtains, which makes it feel much, much more modern. We're just going through a process with our Targa 34 that we featured on the channel. And we're moving all of the curtains down to blinds because it just feels that much fresher. And air conditioning also on this boat. But then you walk through here, you little step down into the galley area. But when you're here and look about, it just feels really, really big. It is odd because from a distance, I do struggle to tell the difference between the Targa 52 and the Targa 47. I'm a bit of a sad boat spotter. If anyone goes over the M27 and looks down to your left-hand side as you're heading towards Southampton, one of the marinas there has got a couple, they've got 3 Targas in quick succession, and actually there's 2 Targa 52s there and 1 Targa 47, and from a distance they look very similar, but the spaciousness down below is exceptional. Now you have full-size fridge. Look at the size of that. A proper fridge freezer up in here. I haven't opened this one. Is there a microwave in there? Storage space up in there. So nice bread waiting for the owners to use. We've got, oh yes, there's the combi. So then you've got the combi microwave down there, and then you've got more controls for additional air conditioning units down here. But that space and feel up here, loads of light, and again the blinds look really premium at the back there. It feels very special. But of course you have another cabin. So if we work our way forward, it's noticeable how big the boat is because of how big this space is here. The wall linings have been replaced, the beds surrounds have been replaced all the way around there. The woodwork, like the rest of the boat, is presented really, really nicely. You've got more air conditioning units in here, you've got LED lighting at the back, you've got spot reading lights, and of course you do have a separate head in this cabin. So if you come in here, I'll close that door down, then we'll step in here. I'm going to play hunt, find the switch. Nope, not that one. I should have planned this one. Where is the light switch? Normally you look up. Nope, failed on there. I can't see the light switch, I'm under pressure now. There's definitely lights in here. Oh, there we go, found it. So, full wraparound cubicle shower in there, electric flush upgraded toilets, lots of nice mirrors, and linings have been done in there as well. So this is a good size front heads, ensuite, and yeah, I like the fact the wraparound shower just makes it feel really, really nice. If you back away, if you go back out into the main area, I'll come back out again. And back into here. Right, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go down into the engine bay. So I'm going to put a cut into here. It's pretty easy to get down, but I want to lift up the hatch down there so it's easy to get down into. Show you the engine space, show you where the generator is, and then the last thing I want to do is lift up the garage and show you where the Williams jet lives. So hope you're enjoying this so far. As you can tell, I'm really enthusiastic about this boat. I love my classic Fairlines, and this boat is a pretty special one. My son, when we came on board, did the photography work. His comment was, "Why on earth are the owners selling this? This is stunning." And that's a pretty cool thing to say, and that sums up this boat. It really is very special. Right, so I'm now in the engine, the mechanical space, and it's a pretty big space. So you've got a really good sized generator here. They have to be a chunky generator because, of course, this boat's got air conditioning, so you want to be able to run that when you're at sea. There's even 2 electric bikes which are down there, which shows you how much space there is. But nestled behind me, there are 2 very, very big lumps of diesel D12. 715 horsepower each, propels this boat in excess of 30 knots, and gives excellent performance, and it's a really easy engine to work on as well. You can see there's lots of space all the way around these engines, huge great big turbos on here, exhaust going out to the side, and it's a nice place to work. Down at the back you can see you've got good easy access to the running gear, so you can see all your rudder shafts down there, rudder stocks at the top, you've got your Raymarine autopilot back there, so all very, very accessible. You've even got a jet wash down there, spare ropes, radiator to keep the boat in good condition during the winter, and it is just pretty vast down here, as you will probably imagine from a boat of this size. I'm going to come up again, up into here, and then if you're wondering where I am, I know I'm obviously on the boat, so if I come up in here, that's where the engine bay is nestled. So I close that down, it's pretty cool. That there is your engine bay access, which is above one of the sunpad cushions, so it's pretty nice and easy to get into there. So the last thing I want to do, just spotted up open array radar as well. Always wanted an open array radar. I need to speak to Raymarine about that. Full open array, so when the scanner is on, it sweeps around. Again, it just adds to that really cool big boat feel of this boat, but of course does give very, very high definition readings on the radar scanner as well, so there's a purpose for it too. Right, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to open up the garage, show you the tender space, and then we'll start to think about bringing this video to an end. Okay, so the easy way to get access to the engine hatch, the owner of this boat has suggested that you just lift the cushions up so it just releases the pressure a little bit onto here. And then on these 3 buttons, which I used earlier to turn the cockpit LED lighting on, then also the underwater lighting, you can just push the slider and then just push the button here. And then as if by magic, because I always think these are pretty cool, this this garage bay switches up. You can now step down here. If I take the camera for a second, with lights in here as well, look at that. So we have in here a Williams jet rib. So this boat is available by separate negotiation, but it fits absolutely beautifully in there. And of course, these are really cool because you've got yourself a really fast toy here. Great for towing water sports or for just exploring rivers on a boat like this. This mechanism here folds out, and then there's an upgraded winch in here which pulls the boat in and out. That's also done on a remote control as well. So there's a remote control that the owner's fitted. Check my hair, look at a mess. There's a remote control that the owner's fitted in there, and that's fantastic. Just use that Williams Turbojet 285. And then to let that back down again, there's a little control valve. All you do is twist it, and then you can control the speed that drops down. So if I come round to here and give my final thoughts. So I hope you have all enjoyed that walkthrough tour. I've certainly enjoyed doing it. It's bizarre doing it in the evening and light, around about the same time the evening that Jonathan and I did another one. As I mentioned, if you want to have a look at what this boat looked like when we sold it 5 years ago, then have a little look on that YouTube channel. I'll connect the link. But I can't go into any more sort of raptures about what the owner has done to it in that 5-year period. It's been significantly upgraded. And something else I forgot to mention, I should have known it because of how nice it was to walk on it, all the carpets have been replaced on this as well. So it really is a boat that wants for absolutely nothing. It presents beautifully, it's got a great feel to it, and I would love to show somebody this boat. It's presented beautifully, and it's just a really, really special boat. It's a proper classic Fairline, which will certainly turn heads anywhere you take it. So thanks as always for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe to the channel. We love bringing these videos. This boat is afloat at Chichester Marina. If you want to see this boat, then just get in touch with us, and we can do viewings pretty much any day of the week, and we'll be delighted to show it to you. Thanks as always for watching. We'll see you on the next video very, very soon.